Hey everybody, and welcome back to Industry Influencers. My name is Trey, and I'm the founder of Trey Hernandez Media. And today on episode 2, we have JP from JP Dog Training. Now, JP is a super rad and awesome guy. Now, you run your business a little bit differently than what I've seen other people do, just a little bit. You have a different philosophy with your dog training. You actually equip the people you work with and contract with to train the dogs themselves, right?
Yes.
So why don't you kind of explain your philosophy about that a little bit?
So our philosophy, Trey, is as we don't just train your dog, we teach you to train your dog, because we really believe that the leadership that you have with your dog is the #1 component into training your dog. So you can train your dog all the commands to heel, to sit, to down, to recall back to you, but man, if your dog's not paying attention to you, good luck. And so we really want to teach you how to be the leader that your dog really needs you to be.
Yeah, so do you have a success story? Because I know that, because we did a shoot recently together.
Yeah.
We did testimonials, and then we also did some training programs. And I think that in your training program, you actually had, what was that dog's name again? The young one that you had in there.
That was Marley.
Marley. So
Yeah,
you
Marley
said
was
that
awesome.
Marley, Marley didn't have any training beforehand.
Nothing
right?
at all. Yeah.
And literally during the training program, you were teaching the dog and some very simple things to just apply. So what I know that you're still kind of working with that dog. So kind of where is she now versus where has she been?
Marley was in our board and train program for 3 weeks, and she did amazing. So she started out a little puppy, a little 6-7-month-old puppy, and we used those commands to leverage leadership. So we taught her the heel, the sit, the down, the recall command. But again, it's not about that, but we use those when the dog's jumping or nipping or doing all those things that a dog can do.
Yeah.
We've used those commands to get the dog to know what to do in a situation instead of always saying, no, stop it, leave that alone, put it down. Now the dog just knows to do certain things in a certain environment, and that dog is amazing now. She's incredible. She's a lot of fun to watch.
I know that you're releasing a product coming pretty soon, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do you mind if we show a little bit of the footage?
That would be
just
awesome.
As a highlight? So we'll go ahead and cut to that now.
Simple means that anybody can do it. You don't have to be a professional dog trainer. We are absolutely committed to helping you be the best dog handler you can be. The simple training method. You have all these resources that you can pull from to get leadership into the life of your dog.
Well, awesome. So hopefully in that video you saw a little bit about your branding there, about your simple, practical, and proven, part of your beliefs in that, and then also we saw a little bit of your training program about how you interact with the dog and how you teach the client how to do that as well. So I know that you specified, and we kind of talked about this earlier, but could you go more into detail about teaching kind of like the tricks and commands of it versus empowering the owners to be the leader?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference in the services that we provide, Trey, is that a lot of trainers will just teach those commands, and then that's great. And then we get the dog home, we're like, oh, my dog doesn't do anything. I just wasted hundreds or thousands of dollars. But we're really committed to teaching you as an owner how to interact with your dog, so that it can become a lifelong relationship, not just something that happens in an obedience training class, but it works at home too when you need it most. Yeah. When your dog runs out the door or pulls on the leash, man, those are frustrating things for an owner. So we want to be able to teach that owner how to interact and problem solve, because if you can communicate with your dog, you can problem solve. So the new things they teach the dog, it's not just what they learned in the class. They can take that and teach their dog new things too.
It's that empowerment mindset, empowering others and multiplying yourself with those leadership qualities, right?
Absolutely, and it builds our confidence. When we start to realize I can communicate with my dog and overcome behaviors, then I feel like things are getting better. When my dog is calling all the shots, there's nothing more frustrating than that.
Yeah,
and so it's a lot of fun to see the owners. I work 90% with owners, 10% with dogs.
Wow.
And so it changes everything, and it's so fun to watch them get excited again with their dog instead of frustrated.
Yeah, absolutely. So really quick, we're gonna just switch gears and just do a quick shout out to our location sponsor. We're so blessed to have business partnerships in our life, and the Trey Group has been one of those for us. This is a great facility if you're looking to just kind of market and advertise on the road, or just about, they have so many different options here, so make sure to check out their Carrollton location to see what it's all about. So JP, so I know that you not only have a different philosophy with your business building, but you also utilize social media pretty heavily.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
So, and I know that for business building, you need to have a strong social media presence just so you can get front of mind, right? So what are some of the things, like, is it consistency that's been your target? Has it been the just the fact that they're dogs that are kind of weird, like, for real,
Yeah,
honestly?
it does help.
So
yeah.
what are some of the things that within your social media that you've kind of applied that you've seen traction, like, for client?
Yeah, you know, being relevant is so important in a business. And if they don't know you're there, it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do, because they don't notice. So I try to put things out almost daily on social media. I try to always be constant out there. So people are surfing through, they start to see a lot of our business and our practices and what we're doing there. That's super, super important. So it's not always just building followers as much as it's just being out there. And eventually it starts to catch some momentum and people start to take note. So I'll use social media for advertising. I use it to promote other people's dogs and the progress of their own dogs. They get excited to see their dogs on social media, and they call all their friends over, and then their friends want to look at it too. So everyone gets to celebrate together.
Yeah, check out my dog on social media, right?
Exactly, yeah. Marley was all over. We followed the entire process of Marley's training from day one all the way to graduation, and it was fun, and we had a lot of people following, paying attention.
Yeah, and you use Instagram. What other social media platforms do you also use?
Instagram and Facebook are my two main ones. We've got a Twitter account with both followers, but probably edit that one out. But Instagram and Facebook are my two main ones.
Okay. So I know that sometimes being consistent can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it's a lot of work. So what are some of the things that you've been able to kind of like save time in? Because is it like bulk editing or like planning ahead? What are some of the things that people can take away when they're trying to build their social media?
I think to stay relevant, it helps to have your branded content and your new content, a little bit of both. If it always seems like a sales pitch, I wouldn't want to keep looking at that. I want to be able to see personal stories. So we try to celebrate personal stories. We try to just have some anecdotes and some positive things to encourage dog trainers, other dog trainers as well as the owners. So that's a big part of it. We try to leverage holidays. Like we had a Christmas photo contest and get some giveaways for that.
That'd be fun,
That was a lot of fun, and people get to display their dogs on social media. And so those are some things that we try to do to keep it relevant. And then we do make videos as well, so they could actually see some dogs in training and see what we're capable of as a business, so that they want to hopefully choose us for their dog training needs.
So if you're looking to build your business, definitely be consistent with your social media and relevant and engaging. And then also in your business, when applicable, make sure that you can be next generation or next person mindset. What is that? Empowerment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you want to be able to, when they get excited that they can train their dog, honestly, they want to buy other services as well, because they start to get excited. So I want to go to level 2, or I want to go to level 3, because they built their confidence in level 1. Gotcha. When I started out this business, I had one level of training. Wow. And then I grew the others because of need, not because it was my idea, if I'm honest. That they started coming, hey, what else can we do next?
Wow.
And so then I started adding programs. Absolutely.
Wow.
And that was a testament. That was a lot of fun for me, because I'm like, wow, I actually know what I'm doing. And so then they started building their confidence too. And we've grown a lot of repeat business because of that.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. So JP, if they're interested in getting in contact with you, whether it's for business growth or services, where can they reach you?
Two places. Start with my website, www.jpdogtraining.com, or @jpdogtraining on any of my social media platforms.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I really appreciate your time here. I feel like we've learned a lot of great things. Definitely make sure to check out his social and like and subscribe, because we got a lot more guests coming up this next year. Shout out to Melanie Murphy. She'll be our next interview. But JP, man, really appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good time.
Yeah. Well, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next week.